Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Triple H has been the head of WWE's creative for the past few years. The company is set to host its first two-night SummerSlam this week, and fans are very excited for it. Ahead of the show, the game recently talked about the company's plans to honor Hulk Hogan at the event. During a recent interview with WFAN, Triple H discussed the passing of Hulk Hogan and how WWE honored him on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT this past week. He was also asked if the company had any plans to honor him at SummerSlam. Hulk Hogan was truly a pro wrestling legend. It'll be interesting to see if WWE decides to honor him at SummerSlam. CM Punk made his shocking return to WWE at Survivor Series 2023 after being away from the company for almost 10 years. Since then, he has been regularly featured on WWE programming and even main evented WrestleMania. He recently shared his honest thoughts about working with Triple H during an interview with TV Insider. He spoke about how both of them have changed and stated that he won't take an office role while he's still an active performer. It's great to see CM Punk and Triple H working so well together, considering their contentious past. Ishin Dubey is a pro wrestling writer for Sportskeeda, with a lifelong love for professional wrestling that began when he was 5, watching the 2011 Royal Rumble. While pursuing a BCom Hans degree at the University of Delhi, his dedication to wrestling has driven his career. With years of freelance writing experience, Ishin reports on WWE, adhering to strict guidelines and using official sources to maintain accuracy and give readers the best stories and information. His favorite wrestlers include CM Punk, for always sticking to his beliefs, and Kenny Omega, whom he considers the god of professional wrestling. Outside wrestling, Ishin enjoys watching sitcoms, listening to rock and metal music, and writing poems and stories. A passionate debater, he often finds himself in front of a podium when not at his laptop. One of his favorite moments was having a Kenny Omega poster he made reshared by Omega himself on Instagram. The energy backstage at WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut, feels like a thunderstorm waiting to break. Controlled chaos, creative tension, opportunity hanging in the air like pyrotechnics before ignition, and at the center of it all is one man, Paul Triple H Levesque. It's SummerSlam, he says simply. Like that alone should explain the gravity of the situation. You don't just plan it. You build it. Piece by piece, story by story. And yeah, sometimes you make those decisions in real time. With WWE SummerSlam 2025 poised to be one of the most ambitious, narrative-driven, and globally watched events in company history, Triple H, now firmly entrenched as WWE's Chief Content Officer, is taking fans behind the curtain in a way that's both revealing and deeply calculated. When Triple H took over the reins of creative direction following Vince McMahon's full retirement in 2023, there were skeptics. Could the game translate his in-ring brilliance and NXT-era storytelling prowess to the main roster, and do it week after week on a global stage? From elevating mid-card talent into household names to carefully crafted long-term arcs, many seeded over a year in advance, Triple H's WWE looks and feels different, less chaotic, more character-driven. But as he prepares for SummerSlam, the second largest wrestling event of the year behind WrestleMania, he admits that even the most meticulous planning has its limits. You can only predict so much. Injuries happen, crowd reactions shift, someone cuts a promo and suddenly they're hotter than you expected. We're living moment to moment. And sometimes that means pivoting. SummerSlam 2025 is being held at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, a venue known for spectacle. It's a fitting location for a night that promises high stakes, big risks, and even bigger reveals. But according to Triple H, not every match on the card has been locked. As of this morning, we still have decisions to make, he admits, almost grinning. We know where the big stories are going, but how we get there, that's the art. He references the much-hyped match between current undisputed WWE champion Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins, a clash of generations that's been simmering for months. Do we close the night with that match? Or do we let the Bloodline Civil War headline again, especially after the way Jey Uso lit it up last week? You weigh fan investment, momentum, the rhythm of the night. You feel it in your gut. Triple H points to a wall where storyboards of character arcs crisscross with color-coded timelines. There are scribbled notes, alternate finishes, surprise run-in options, and a giant countdown clock. You plan months ahead. But on the night, you listen to the crowd. You watch the monitor. And you trust your instincts. For all the attention given to the big names, Triple H remains laser-focused on what he calls the second layer, the future stars being forged beneath the spotlight. We've got Trick Williams in the U.S. title hunt, Tiffany Stratton stepping up into main event conversation, Ilja Dragunov versus Gunther, again. If the story makes sense, why not? Triple H is also keeping an eye on international markets, with WWE now broadcasting to over 180 countries and collaborating with talent pipelines from Europe, India, and Latin America. SummerSlam serves not just as a culmination, but a launchpad. There are people debuting Saturday night that I guarantee fans won't see coming, he says, and some of them might steal the show. For Triple H, the philosophy is simple. Treat professional wrestling as a legitimate art form. These men and women are telling stories with their bodies, their voices, their eyes. We give them tools, but then we get out of the way and let them paint. That respect for the performers was hard-won. As a 14-time world champion and key figure in the Attitude and Ruthless Aggression eras, Triple H knows exactly what it's like to be in the ring during those white-hot moments of crowd euphoria or deafening silence. SummerSlam is where you separate the performers from the artists. Can you hold the crowd in the palm of your hand? Can you create a moment they'll never forget? He references moments like Becky Lynch's surprise return in 2021 or Edge's 2023 send-off match. Moments that weren't always scripted, but became iconic because someone, a wrestler, a producer, a ref, made a split-second call. Those are real-time decisions, and they change everything. Of course, no WWE mega event would be complete without a few surprises. And while Triple H isn't offering spoilers, he's definitely teasing them. Let's just say, we've got some receipts, and we plan on cashing in, he says cryptically. Rumors are swirling. Will CM Punk return from injury early? Could a certain legend with a famous glass-shattering entrance music show up to confront a loudmouth heel? What about crossover stars from UFC, now more integrated with WWE under the Endeavor banner? You never know who might walk through that curtain, Triple H shrugs. And neither do we, until we make that decision. As our conversation wraps, Triple H stands up and gestures toward the massive arena seating chart projected on a screen. Saturday night, we've got 65,000 people in that building. Millions watching around the world, and every single one of them is looking for a reason to stand up and cheer, or boo, or cry. He taps the screen, his eyes narrowing with focus. We owe them moments. Not just matches. Not just spots. Moments. And with that, he heads back into the war room. To plan, to rewrite, to adapt.